We were live the entire time, weren't we? That's unfortunate. All right, so this is not quite the rubber match, but we'll call it a little bit of a grudge match between the under 10-year-old division here, Long Island Gulls and the New Jersey Rockets. Second game, they played this first game a little earlier, about an hour and a half ago it concluded. The Rockets won that game 7-1 based upon a hat trick there in the third period. From number 28, Jillian Smith, you'll see her on the Rockets. They'll be wearing black here, similar to the Los Angeles Kings colors. The Gulls in the pink tops, pink socks, blue will be going from right to left. And we have this game and two more following up here. This division, 12-minute periods, minute and a half for minor penalties. And Josh, what are we going to hope to see here out of the Gulls to prevent maybe that 7-1 that kind of got blown up in the third period? What can they do to try to keep this game closer and maybe be able to pull out a win and split these two-game series here with the Rockets?
Yeah, I think they just have to keep attacking more. They play good defense. Just there was a few of these lapses in the individual plays by Martin and rather by Jillian Smith, and then by later on Madison Cada. Madison Cada is in net now. She and Scherzer listed at the top of the roster. Scherzer's listed as a skater in this game. Cada in net for the Rockets, and another addition to the roster, number 1 in black, chasing after the puck now, is Sarah Martin.
So we'll see her out here as well with the rest of the Long Island Gulls out there in pink. We're underway here. Game 6 of 8 today. So we continue to work on our way through all of this. As Yang here for the Rockets able to hold it for a moment. And now drifting up on the right side, catching up here with some speed. Drifting up on the right side is at 13. Yes, it is. Letting a shot go. Oh, Tosei there by Cada. That was Weidenkeller, who we saw had a couple breakaways and a couple chances in that first game there. Right back out here with another great chance. And Tosei by Cada seeing her first action as goalie after she was out skating here for the first game.
Yeah, still at this level. You're not necessarily assigned to goalie for life yet.
Most of the times it's really the pads that come down to it. It's hard enough for parents to get the money for the equipment for the kids, and the goaltender equipment doesn't come cheap nowadays, nor do you get much use out of it, considering the younger kids here grow out of it so quickly, some of the equipment. As Wiedenkeller now will bring it ahead, shipped away. Ferrari now takes it and dumps it back in for the Rockets. As drifting back behind the net here will be Hare. Minute and a half into this first period, game 2 between these two teams. Rockets won 7-1 in the first game. Gulls looking to avenge the loss here and try to split the series. As bringing up the right side is Schwartz. Gets knocked off a second of the center here. A lot of banging up against the boards here between a couple of players. Kicked out to the blue line. 2 players collide. Going down there for a moment with Sophia Yang of the Rockets. As kicked over and across as Kilcurry. Yang now back to her feet, loses the handle on that one, however, as Hare now will try to play on the near side for the Gulls and does. Going to go far enough down. We'll see if it doesn't quite go for an icing as Cada will come out and stick it aside over to the near boards to Reeder. Swept in. And the Gulls will give chase here. Ryder now again with the puck. In the corner, pushed up against the boards. Yang trying to chip it out and away. Comes all the way out to the top slot. Stopped and held there for a moment. As L'Esperance with a shot. Backhand chance in front. Cada jumps on it. And she'll hold there for the faceoff.
Good job by Cada covering that rebound all alone on the side, and that was Sarah Kelly there. Just couldn't get in. And also, back to that goalie discussion, it's also interesting that both the other goalie, Cada and Scherzer, who's out there right now on the left wing, are good enough skaters to not just dress as the backup goalie, but to actually go out there and play.
Absolutely. So we see Perry L'Esperance, whose name we didn't really call in that first game. I don't know if she was out there skating. She's number 87, pink, manning the left point here. As she'll skate over here to the blue line.
Yeah, I don't think she or Kelly, 82, were in the first game.
So they're both out there. We'll see who eventually got scratched out of the lineup for this evening's game for game 2. 9 minutes to play in the first period. Up along the near side board, the Gulls set up the offensive zone. Here's Kelly with a wrist shot through and scores! Short side beats Cada. Might have hit the backside of the net and hit off and off the post, and the Gulls will take a 1-0 lead, something that they needed to get this game going. And it will be Sarah Kelly.
Gulls goal scored by number 82, Sarah Kelly. Unassisted. Time of the goal, 3:01. That's Kelly unassisted at 3:01 of the first.
We talked about how important that was for the Gulls to get out early here. And we were also going to be curious to see how the fatigue factor on both these teams lingered on here in the second period. They had about an hour to about an hour and a half of a break in between games. And we'll see how they go here. But nonetheless, the Gulls take a 1-0 lead. Something that they didn't have in that first game, which was a lead. And they'll start here and see if they can add to it. This is Schwartz, right wing. Getting around Jositis. Puck comes all the way back out to the point, and Lesperance will hold here and has to wait for a team to touch back up. Tries to dump it in, but a spinning puck is stopped there. Then dragged on in by Wiedenkeller. A couple players go down. Lesperance at the point holding. Wiedenkeller still pushing the puck forward. Rockets trying to clear it out. Wiedenkeller comes with it now on her backhand with some space. Makes a move, but has it knocked away. As Jositis now will play it up looking for Landstrom. Landstrom able to chop it ahead. Here comes Jillian Smith trying to chase down Lesperance. Smith had those 3 goals in that third period, really blew the first game wide open. Probably the most talented player on the ice for either team out there. We'll see if she can get back to what she was doing in the first game. And she collides awkwardly into the boards there with Willard. Chu coming to help out here for the Rockets before it's swept up by Lesperance, and a bouncing puck over Jositis, who just sent back in offsides with 7:49 to play.
Real good start for the Gulls in this game. Not much in terms of offense for the Rockets to this point. Now, really, the Rockets they only had 3 goals through the first 2 periods of game 1 this afternoon, and it was that third period where they blew the game open, but much more even contest here, and really a little bit in favor of the Gulls, limiting the Rockets' offense in the first 5 minutes.
Face-off is one back in the goal zone for Ari for the Rockets, though, getting there first, pushing it forward. Sarah Martin, the new addition here for the Rockets, number 1 in black. Chasing the puck down here before it's sent back all the way around. That's Hare. And the Rockets will take it back over as Hare tried to clear it there for the Gulls. It finally does come out of the zone, however. And Yang will slow it down at the red line. She slips and loses the edge, goes awkwardly into the boards as the puck gets dropped in, and Hare will retreat behind her own net here. Again, Del Falco in net here for the Gulls. She was in net for that first game as well, made a couple great saves. Let's see if she can help out her team in this one. And the face-off along the near side, then dropped over. It was right over by the face-off dot. And now the Gulls will try to clear it out. Skating ahead, dropping a man down the right wing. Coming in, this is Schwartz. Lets a shot go, save Kada. No rebound as he jumps out and gloves that one down and holds for the face-off.
Good idea, I think, on that play from a bad angle. Just throw the puck at the net, hope you can crash it and get to the rebound.
And excuse me, that was Lila Panikavuli.
Panikuli did have the 1 goal for the Gulls in the first game.
And she was coming up the right wing there, number 4 in pink. Her and Sophie Schwartz, 4 and 44 respectively. And this is Schwartz here now. She drifts to the high slot. Over to Wiedenkeller. Avoids a check there by Ryder. And now Scherzer comes out there, one of the tallest skaters. She was in net, didn't quite notice how tall she was early on. You can see she's got a clear head over a lot of different players out there. And she's tied up with Wiedenkeller at the blue line. Now we'll get a whistle here for an offsides, and Scherzer staring down Wiedenkeller. I think the 2 players were kind of jawing at it a little bit.
Yeah, their sticks got locked up, and Wiedenkeller wasn't happy about it. Scherzer, I think, was saying, well, what do you want me to do about it? I'm just standing here.
Face-off just outside the Rocket zone. Ryder pushes it forward. However, it's going to be picked up by Schwartz. She'll make a couple of moves, gains the zone here. Pushed by Jositis, gets behind the defense. It's a Schwartz, shoots in the right side and scores! Beats Kada over the left pad. And the Gulls, who lost the first game 7-1, have jumped out quick here early to a 2-0 lead.
Great individual effort there by Schwartz, moving her way through. And going glove side. Gulls goal scored by number 44, Sophie Schwartz. Assist to number 13, Haley Wiedenkeller. Time of the goal, 5:45. That's Schwartz and Wiedenkeller at 5:45 of the first.
So the Gulls out to a 2-0 lead here, just halfway through the first period. We take down under 6 to play. Again, 12-minute periods, minute 30 minors at this under 10 division. As brought ahead is Hare. And Hare gets tripped up, and it goes awkwardly into the boards with Yang. right in front of the Gulls bench. Ryder able to push it forward, and she'll work here. Has it chipped away, though. And you see the Gulls with a little bit more of a jump and a step. As you see here, this Weidenkeller trying to get it on a breakaway.
Weidenkeller got away with a little stick check to the back of Kilcary's head there.
And Kilcary was the one who took the puck away. I think Weidenkeller took a little exception to that. Now she goes down in the corner. Weidenkeller goes down. Here's Schwartz again looking to tee one up. Lets a shot go. Safe there by Kada. Might have hit the top of her pad and kicks all the way back out to center ice.
Kada's been under siege here in this game so far. Scherzer played well in the first game, but Kada, Gulls much better offense here in the first part of the first period.
Here's Smith, who had the natural hat trick in the third period alone for her team, trying to get something going here on an individual effort. She gets around L'Esperance, lets a shot go. Save there, Del Falco. Rebound is loose, but taken up by Weidenkeller. And she'll be able to get rid of it and send it along, at least on the other side. Martin gets there first, drops it back down low, bouncing puck. Smith tries to take a whack at it before it's picked up by Schwartz, and she'll start skating it away. Schwartz, 2-on-2. Getting over to the right side, now cutting back through the slot, but picked off there by Kilcary. And the Gulls will have to try to set up their offense again. Centering feed, no one home as Martin picks it off there for the Rockets, trying to chip it out. Still stays in the blue line before now she's able to get it out, at least to the neutral zone, and then sent it back in, and no delayed offsides here, as an immediate whistle will have a face-off.
Again, good offense, and there's a little bit, as you mentioned a couple minutes ago, Steve, a jump in the step of the Gulls players in this game. I don't think, like the way that first game ended, and looking for revenge here in game 2, up 2-0 here in the first.
And it also helps now having a different goaltender to shoot out. Scherzer, as we mentioned, is quite tall, one of the tallest players out on the ice, and in net with those larger pads does take up a lot more of the net, even though not quite as athletic maybe as Kada has shown, as her skating ability is great, but just from sheer presence of taking up space with those pads, it's allowing the shooters here of the Gulls to be able to pick their spots a little bit better. Dumped in deep in the zone. A chance there for Ferrari is missed as we tick down under 4 to play in the first. Now Ferrari again tries a bad angle shot, comes out loose. Smith with a jab. Save there, Del Falco. Rebound is out loose. Another shot by Ferrari. Can't get through traffic. Still loose. Couple players take another whack at it. Ferrari on the backhand has it ripped away. And now comes up along the near side out to the point. Kilcary now with a shot deflected off of a skate and on goal. And Del Falco will hold it. Looked like they might have hit her own teammate there.
Yep.
Brodsky, it looks like. Yeah, 12 Brodsky. And went off of maybe their sticker or skate and deflected on a go, and DeFalco able to take away the bottom part of the net.
DeFalco, much better start as well. She's made some good saves. Maybe let up a couple goals she would want to have back in game 1, but excellent so far this evening. There's an extra player there, Glassifer. Stuck along the boards all the way on the other side of the ice. Gets back off.
Face off here, 1. Back out to the point to Yang. He'll just have to throw it in off the end boards. Hare for the Gulls. We'll try to swing it around. This is Smith looking for a wraparound, trying to get out in front. Nobody home in the slot, even though it was open. Kilcary now with a race. Her and Weidenkeller. Weidenkeller able to win it. Now coming across is Ferrari, who breaks that play up. And the 2 defensive plays there to stop Weidenkeller on another partial break.
The Rockets coaching staff furious that wasn't a penalty, as Weidenkeller put her arm on the back of Kilcary to try to knock her off the puck.
Puck cycles around inside the goal zone. Verse around. Off the
now
stick
we're going to get a penalty.
Of Sophia Lee. Now, as you said, we'll get a penalty here, and the whistle's blown. So 9:01 of this first period, we'll have our first penalty and first power play opportunity. As it looks like one of the Gulls members is going to go here. That'll be an interference call.
Gulls penalty to number 16, Kindred Hare. Minor penalty for interference. Time of the penalty is 9:01. That's Hare. Minor penalty for interference at 9:01.
So face-off will be to the left of Del Falco. And a quick shot off the draw goes off the side of the net. Del Falco was looking at it, almost got a stick on it. Out to the point to Yang. So the power play opportunity here for the Rockets. Misplayed, however. As retreating back at their own zone is Kilcary. Across looking for Smith. A little bit too far. Smith, though, will have to wait as then it's sent all the way back down the length of the ice here by L'Esperance. As Lesperance's trying to get back to her defensive position, has bumped a couple different times. And the Gulls doing a good job here on the early PK to keep it inside the Rocket zone. Yang now trying to bring it ahead, knocked down by Willard. And now sent cross ice, and the players will give chase. Perry Lesperance there first. And sent back down inside the goal zone. 40 seconds left of the power play here. 2:10 left in the first period. 2-0 the Gulls lead. Gulls down a skater right now. Up on the near side, Kilcarry for the Rockets, keeping it alive. Now Lesperance has a chance for a free clear and does. And this will go the length of the ice. Kata comes way out of her net, paddles it down, and we'll leave it there for Jositis to maybe start one last rush here on the power play. Jositis up on the left side, hopping over. Now Smith double teams. Scherzer comes over to help out. Now Smith again. Bumped there by Schwartz. And now over to Weidenkeller, who gets bumped and hit hard. Two players collide. Looked like it was incidental. No call made there. And now out of the box here comes Hare. So back to 5-on-5 with 1:30 left in the first. Swung all the way around. Weidenkeller has it bumped off the puck here for a moment. And now brought ahead by Sarah Kelly. Sarah Kelly, who opened up the scoring here for the Gulls, lets a shot go. Just goes wide. Two players collide. That was Kelly. And on the backside there trying to get it, looks like it was Jositis. A minute left here in the first period.
Last minute of play in the period.
Jositis. To me, though, it's Ryder, number 12 in black there. Working on Weidenkeller. Now Scherzer, number 81 in black. Able to chip it forward. Still trying to force it forward and continue to skate. Before it's taken away and sent back. Ryder now will push it forward. Bounces off of Kelly, Sarah Kelly, excuse me. Weidenkeller right in front of the near side. Puck is underneath the player. That's right in front of the scorer's bench. That's Gianna Becky. Reeder now over here. That's Ryder. Kilcarry. A 4-on-2 scrum right in front of the scorer's table here with 25 seconds left. Before Weidenkeller is able to make a move out of the zone. Trying to split the D. A little bit too far. And she'll have to chase into the corner. Weidenkeller, puck comes out loose. Kata comes flying out, though. Not taking any chances with that bouncing and rolling puck. And we'll cover it here for a face-off.
Weidenkeller is making some enemies on the Rockets. It's about the third different player she's had a run-in with. A couple times earlier with Kilcarry, and that time with Jositis and then Ryder. And the Rockets bench are not pleased with it, trying to get a call against her. It's been a little bit chippier of a game than we're used to, especially at this level and early on, but maybe that's what back-to-back games will do.
A quick shot there, blocked in front. Becky will go back here for the Rockets. 5 seconds to try to clear it out. Pinned up against the near side boards, and that's the way this period will end. So much different period here from these two teams. First game was 7-1 in favor of the Rockets, but the Gulls with two quick goals here in the first period to jump out to a 2-0 lead as we now head into the second and really dominated most of the play that period.
Yeah, much better period than we saw in any of the three in the first game, and maybe some new fresh legs like Sarah Kelly, who scored the first goal. And Perry Lesperance coming on as well, helping out the Gulls and getting them what they needed. And maybe Madison Kata being in net as opposed to as a skater in this game, she really helped drive some offensive chances as well in game one for the Rockets. And just maybe a step slow. It's hard to play back-to-back games no matter what level you're at. And Gulls came out motivated to try to avenge their first game loss and looking good so far after one period in game two.
So like I said, we'd like to thank everybody who's been watching us here on YouTube and on LadyIslanders.org. We appreciate you guys sticking with us all weekend. We had 4 games last night. This is the 5th of 8 today. We got 2 more, 6th of 8 today. We got 2 more following. This is the 3rd game going through. We have 2 more. Coming up will be the under-14 New Jersey Rockets versus the Troy Albany Ice Cats. And then we have the under-16, under-19 and Lady Islanders versus the Connecticut Northern Lights. So that game will be at 9:20. So stick with us here at Dix Hills Ice Arena for the Pink the Rink event. It's the annual event held on Columbus Day weekend. And to try to promote breast cancer awareness, you'll see the pink ribbons throughout the ice, the center ice in front of the goals, as well as the pink face-off dots, and obviously the attire that a lot of the players are sporting. And with that, we'll head here to the second period with the Gulls leading 2-0.
Teams switch ends. No carryover penalty or power play time. Everybody finds their spots for the opening face-off, Martin and Schwartz. And we are underway in the second. 2-0, Gulls in pink leading, going now from left to right. The Rockets in black, trying to sweep this two-game doubleheader as the puck is shot in to the Rocket zone. Kilcarry will go back to chase it. Schwartz watching her. Kilcarry goes around the boards, and it's chipped up the boards, held in at the left point there by Hare. Hare dumps it off the backboards. Coming around to the other side. First to it is Weidenkeller. She's been all over the offensive zone. Walks in, shoots, and I think getting a piece was Keita with the glove. Weidenkeller again, centering past Schwartz, teed it up and missed. Second attempt, shot towards the slot and then knocked away. Hare on the left side, able to direct it towards the net. Blocked down in front, comes right to Schwartz. Schwartz turning to the forehand side, shoots, scores! Sophie Schwartz with her second of the game, and it's 3-0 Gulls.
Yeah, nice turnaround, realizing they had time and space.
And Weidenkeller gets another assist, second time she set up Schwartz.
And that's an early goal here, just 47 seconds into the period. Long Island Gulls goal scored by number 44, Sophie Schwartz, her second of the game, assisted by number 13, Haley Weidenkeller. Time of the goal, 47 seconds. That's 44 Schwartz, her second of the game, from 13 Weidenkeller at 47 seconds of the second period.
A great start to the second period. Schwartz, you might not see players be able to pull that move off at every level, being able to get the puck, look for a backhand, and then go around. If there's a player injured behind the play, and they're going to stop it. Looks like she got a knee to the back of the head inadvertently. And Schwartz is able to make a move, go all the way to the forehand and score. And again, I couldn't tell who was down there. It looked like she got tangled up with one of the Gulls players' skates, and the Gull player tried to extricate herself from there, and I think accidentally kneed the downed Rockets player there in the back of the head, and stopped play pretty quickly after that, and everyone down to a knee on the Rockets. Keep an eye on her, moving her leg there. I think just maybe got dazed, and obviously with the attention across hockey, it's Ryder, number 12, who's getting up there slowly. The attention to head injuries, I'm sure they'll take a serious look at her. She's pointing at her helmet. I said it didn't look malicious at all. I kind of saw it in the corner of my eye that someone got stuck with her in the corner and looked like kneed her in the back of the head, just trying to get untangled, which, regardless of intent, that is very painful to have it happen to you. She's able to get up to her skates now and will skate off, and the official gonna talk to her and see how she's doing, and I think someone will evaluate her separately as Samantha Ryder heads to the bench, and we'll get back underway. And some of her teammates checking on her as well. Over on the bench, she takes a seat, and we'll get back underway in the Rocket zone with 1:06 gone by here in the second period. 3-0 Gulls leading it. Face off to the left of Keita, and it's won by the Gulls, but they can't get it down low, and then shot out by Smith. And she chases it down against Kindred Hare. Smith and Hare go to the corner. Smith takes Hare out. She gets up slowly as Smith rounded around the boards, but taken away and cleared all the way back down into the Rocket zone. Jositis will get to the puck first, and Jositis brings it around the net. Goes to the left side for Becky, and Becky sends it all the way down. This one should be an icing, and it is, with 1:42 gone by in the second period, and 3-0 the Gulls leading still against the Rockets here, and players coming over to the bench for the change, all checking on Samantha Ryder to see how she's doing. She's still sitting there on the bench, not looking like she's going to rejoin the action so soon.
Yeah, it seemed like the referee was kind of insinuating that she's kind of done for the rest of the game here. And obviously that the emphasis on the whole player safety and taking a look at any kind of head injuries whatsoever. So it doesn't look like she'll be playing most likely for the rest of this game.
Face off to the left of Keita. It is tied up in the circle. Schwartz eventually sends it all the way across the ice. As Brodsky tries to chase it down for the Gulls, can't do it. Blocked again, and nice weaving her way through traffic there is Kilcarry. Kilcarry still going. Taken back, though, by Perry L'Esperance, and we get a whistle and I think a hooking call. Yep.
Yeah, it will be a hook.
And it looks like it's against Weidenkeller, who finally gets a penalty.
Yeah, we'd seen her kind of hook and put her arm on a couple different players going forward, and finally she's called for it. Gulls penalty to number 13, Haley Weidenkeller. Minor penalty for hooking at 1:59 of the second period. That's 13, Weidenkeller. Minor penalty for hooking at 1:59 of the second period.
The first power play attempt of the game for the Rockets, trying to get back into this one, down 3-0. As Schwartz did about a 7:20 or a 10:80 even, trying to find the puck between her skates. Couldn't do it, but it's cleared out to center. And the Rockets will regroup. Sarah Martin with the puck. Martin looks up, can't gain the zone, but we get a whistle. What do we got? So there were too many players on the ice, and the referees let it drop without figuring that out. And so they say it's drop with error, so we will have a 10-second clock hold and then resume. Though 17 seconds went off the clock, so I don't know where they got 10 from. But we're back underway. Luckily, no one in the crowd is screaming at us to start the clock yet. But now we're back in action. 20 seconds gone by officially on the power play as the Rockets try to get things going here, down 3-0 early in the second period. Puck up the boards. Martin able to hold it in on the first attempt. Martin gets to it again. Skates down low on the left wing. Martin going behind the net, taken away by Schwartz. And Schwartz, who's got 2 of the 3 goals for the Gulls, steps out to the neutral zone. They yell at her to go. She's got Kelly with her. Schwartz cuts to the right. Now cuts back to the left. We know she likes the forehand and gets spun around and gets a penalty. Nice job by Sophie Schwartz. Comes all the way from her own zone, kills time, and then draws a penalty. And that will make us 4-on-4 for 37 seconds. And a hooking call made against Julie Jositis.
Rockets penalty to number 22, Julie Jositis. Minor penalty for hooking. Time of the penalty occurring at 2:53 of the second. That's the Rockets 22, Jositis. Minor penalty for hooking at 2:53 of the second.
There's a lot of open ice here. It'll be 4-on-4, although the Rockets only have 3 as Yang hustles over from the bench. Second time in the game that we've seen 2 of the players lined up on opposite sides of the faceoff on the wingers. And they fix Kelly and Angelina Mack. And we are back underway. 35 seconds of 4-on-4, and then just under a minute of power play time for the Gulls as Kelly holds it in, sends it down low. Rockets take it back. And a steal there down low by Schwartz. Tried to get it across to Kelly but could not. As Hare looked like she brought it out and back in, but they let play continue as it's shot back in now to the Rockets zone. Yang will go back for it. Final 10 seconds of the 4-on-4 situation. And the puck is shot up the boards and not out. Now it's a power play, 50 seconds for the Gulls as it comes on goal, and then Ferrari clears it out. Hare with the puck. Got run over there by Smith and forces an offsides as Smith and Weidenkeller. Weidenkeller makes herself another new enemy as she had come out of the box there. 43 seconds left on the Gull power play. We'll get a face-off just outside the Rocket blue line.
Yeah, she's been all over the ice, Weidenkeller, kind of making her name known both on the score sheet and as every other player out there. And the Rockets need one more player. They're down. We already know they're down 1. They don't need to be down 2 here. As Ryder will come off the bench.
Good to see her coming back. I guess they said she was okay to go after suffering the injury a few minutes ago. Puck just outside the blue line. Ferrari lifts the backhand all the way into the Gull zone. Smith racing for it. Again, Schwartz. Schwartz takes the angle, gets the puck, goes around the boards, and tries to get it up to Weidenkeller. Can't do it. And now out to center. Here goes Weidenkeller. She's got a step. Ryder trying to get back. Weidenkeller moves in on goal. Weidenkeller a shot. Scores! A changeup through the legs, and it's 4-0 on the power play goal by Haley Weidenkeller.
That's her first goal of the game, but third point. I'm keeping track of this right here. And a power play goal at that.
So 4-0. The team's back to 5-on-5. And Weidenkeller takes advantage of the power play.
Gulls goal scored by number 13, Haley Weidenkeller. Power play goal unassisted at 4:08 of the second period. That's 13 Weidenkeller unassisted on the power play at 4:08 of the second period.
Well, we were joking before the game about how if they played it soccer aggregate rules, as that shot comes in, Kata knocks it down, didn't control it. The Gulls would start this game down by 6, and they've cut 2/3 of that deficit away. It's now on total goals in this series, 7-5, as the Gulls have it back. Almost skated right into her own net. There was Panikuli, able to stick it aside. There was DeFalco, and it comes all the way back down to the Rockets' end. I think they thought it was icing, but icing was waved off as Justitis will work through trouble. There's 3 Gull forecheckers there, and they force a turnover. On the right side in front of the Gulls bench, taken back by Justitis, and then off of a couple of skates taken by Smith. And Jillian Smith will skate up the left side. Panikuli falls down. Smith with it, going against Hare, gets around Hare. Hare forces her aside. The Rocket bench looking for a penalty as she got knocked down after the initial stick check. Neither are called. And here comes Hare up the right side. Lost the puck. Reese L'Esperance, who we haven't seen much of in this game, lost it as well. Shot back behind the net. And taken by Hare for the Rockets. L'Esperance leaking out. Hare gets around one. They got a chance for a 4-on-1 if they hurry. Here's Hare. Cross on the left side. Hare, long shot, save. Kata, rebound comes loose, and then put on goal. Kata the save, it's still loose, and then shot right through the crease.
Yeah, Smith did a great job for the Rockets clearing that out. Sitting there ready to tee one up was Panikuli.
Harry L'Esperance sends it down low. Comes behind the net. Therese centering pass is blocked. And here comes Smith the other way. Halfway through the second period. 4-0. Gulls leading it. Smith makes a move around Hare. Smith still with it, left circle. Smith a shot. Save DeFalco. Rebound in front. Score! Chelsea Chu puts the Rockets on the board with 5:46 to go in the second period.
And that's Jillian Smith again. Takes the puck pretty much coast to coast. Lets a shot go on DeFalco. Can't control it.
And she does get the assist on Chu's first goal this evening. And it's a 3-goal game. It's past the midway point of regulation.
Rockets goal scored by number 9, Chelsea Chu. Assisted by number 28, Jillian Smith. Time of the goal, 6:14 of the second. That's 9 Chu from 28 Smith. That's 6:14 of the second period.
There's Weidenkeller going back at it. 1-on-4. Goes to the left, shoots, blocker saved by Kata. The rebound is pinned off the side of the net. Kata doesn't have her stick anymore, and eventually the puck taken by Ferrari, able to skate it out of traffic, and gets it out to center where it's dumped back in by Willard, and then taken back by Ferrari, dumped ahead again. Ferrari another chance. Shot ahead by Willard again, and finally Sarah Martin picks it up, and she dumps it into the goal zone. A very tired Kindred Hare goes back to get a Hare. Looked like she was out of gas right when that goal got scored as Smith got around her, but stays on the ice as we're down under 5 to play in the second period. 4-1, the Gulls leading things as they're trying to sneak it out there. Can't do it. Comes around to the other side, and it's Brodsky getting it first for the Gulls and clears it out to center. Taken back there by Kilcarry and dumps it in to the goal zone. Hare back forward, plays it ahead quickly off the back of the skate of Weidenkeller. Then it comes loose to Ferrari. She's got her own player down in front of her. Had to get around Angelina Mack. And we're going to get a penalty here, I think, for a body check in the corner. And I believe the Rockets are going to go to the power play with 4:24 to go in the second.
Yeah, originally they wanted a hook there as Ferrari was hooked, and guess who's going to be going to the box here? Weidenkeller. She's got her hands up saying, what I do, what I do.
Cross-checking the call.
Gulls penalty to number 13, Haley Weidenkeller. Minor penalty for cross-checking at 7:36 of the second period. That's 13 Weidenkeller. Minor penalty for cross-checking at 7:36 of the second period.
So, face-off will be to the right. And I think the Gulls have too many players again. This is what happened the last power play. And there goes Panakuli. And we are underway on the second Rocket power play. Puck tipped towards the net. Scherzer couldn't quite reach it. And it comes into the right wing corner. Played up ahead. Ryder missed it. It comes behind the net. Scherzer going to get there. Scherzer centering pass in front. Becky shot blocked. Good block stepping up by Schwartz there. Scherzer had it taken away. The clearance pass, though, hit Schwartz in the skate, and she, on the second attempt, gets it all the way down. Heads towards the net, paddled the side there by Keita, as Kelly just threw off Becky into the corner, trying to get up on a forecheck there.
They got some sticks entangled, and Becky was just out of control skating as it was. Made it look a lot worse than over here.
Here she comes, though, Becky, back into the play on the left side. A backhand pass is knocked away by Willard, comes behind the net. Willard and Schwartz both there. Schwartz picks up the puck. Half a minute to go on the power play. And there goes Schwartz. She's got 2 goals in this game. Moves her way up the middle. Short-handed, Sophie Schwartz into the Rocket zone. Schwartz left side fires, save, and the puck is loose in front of Keita. And she's able to jump on top with 19 seconds left on the power play. Schwartz thought she might have gotten herself a hat trick here in this game, but a good save stretching over to her left by Madison Keita.
Hey, Keita did a great job. Nice reactionary save, just throwing out that left flipper there, catching it on the toe. She's able to keep it Lear a 4-1 game. She's played well coming in here after Scherzer played the first game. Keita out here playing the second game after she was a skater out there. Originally, we saw the kind of athleticism she had, being a very fluid and great skater out there. You can see her reflecting that here as she plays net.
Jillian Smith, we know she's got some skating skills. Comes up in the final dozen seconds of the power play for the Rockets. Sends it in off sides as Chu had crossed the line in front. And again, we talked about this in the last game too. At any level, it's hard to do it, but especially this one where you're not as great skaters as you will be once you grow up a little bit more, to make some stick handling moves before you gain the zone. It's hard for your teammates to see it and stop before they get into the offensive zone.
Also at this level is the automatic offsides where there's no dump and a delay where you can allow yourself to at least get back on and dump it. Here you have to cross it over cleanly.
Power play is over. Rockets 0 for 2, trailing 4-1 with under 3 to play in period number 2. Weidenkeller leaking out, tried to hit her, and now she does get it, gets around Yang. Let's see if she can get to the net. Smith trying to get back. Weidenkeller moves in, shoots, scores! She roofs it over the glove of Keita. Second in a row for her. It's her 4th point, and it's 5-1 Gulls.
And she just puts it up over Keita. Keita can't really do too much.
And Panakuli gets the assist. And it's a 4-goal lead restored for the Gulls with 2:37 left in the second.
Goal scored by number 13, Haley Weidenkeller. Assisted by number 4, Lila Panakuli. Time of the goal, 9:23 of the second period. 13 Weidenkeller from 4 Panakuli at 9:23 of the second.
So Weidenkeller has 2, Schwartz has 2, and Kelly has 1 for the 5 goals for the Gulls. And here comes Weidenkeller again. Splits the defense, gets by. Weidenkeller to the net. She shoots, she scores! A hat trick for Weidenkeller in the second period. And there comes a hat from the Gulls bench as they take a 6-1 lead. And they're just 1 goal behind on our invented aggregate.
That'll be another unassisted goal for her. Gulls goal scored, her 3rd of the game. Scored by number 13, Haley Weidenkeller. Goal scored unassisted at 9:34 of the second. That's 13 Weidenkeller, her 3rd of the game. Unassisted at 9:34 of the second period.
Late change by the Gulls on this faceoff, as it's controlled by the Gulls in pink. Panakuli tries to dump it ahead, knocked away by Mack. And then sent into the goal zone and then shot all the way down for what should be an icing here with 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in the second period. What a turnaround from game one to game two.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously the Gulls are playing much better than they did in that first game that we saw here a few hours ago, but also credit the goaltending change. And at this level, I mean, the goaltenders aren't that big. I mean, most of these kids aren't that tall anyway, so you can see the goaltenders barely coming up to the crossbar. Kada coming out here has been beat numerous times over the shoulder, which is where you have to beat goaltenders at this level, just lift it up and over. Where we saw Scherzer earlier, where she was clearly the tallest player on the team, along with her pads, able to stop and cover a lot more area. Might have prevented a lot of those shots that are going in now. Might not have gone in against somebody like Scherzer, and it might be a closer score. So maybe the Gulls were playing actually as well as we originally thought they might have been playing, and just were stymied by a good goaltender in the first game.
Although the Rockets really have not had as much offensive chances as they had in the first game as well. Great job by the Gulls to keep everything to the outside, and that shot goes wide, missed out of the air by Perry L'Esperance, and she will send it out. So we're down to about a minute and a half left in the second period. Jositis will go chase it down. Jositis plays it over to the left, and here comes Ferrari, chased back there by L'Esperance, and taken behind the net by Kindred Hare. Hare trying to get some speed as she gets around 2 checkers. Now steps up and can't get it around Glassifer. Nice play by Glassifer, who hasn't had a lot of ice time in this game. 3 players go down away from the puck towards the blue line, and the Gulls pick it up, can't clear. L'Esperance denied by Ferrari. Second attempt, they get it out.
1 minute remaining in the second period, 1 minute.
So we're under a minute to go in the second. Ferrari has the puck. Ferrari sends it across towards Martin, taken away. And trying to backhand it out with Sophia Lee. Also haven't seen much of her in this period, or in this game, as the shot by Ferrari blocked, comes down to Martin, blocked as well, and trickles out to Glassifer. Maybe the Rockets trying to shuffle some things up with the lineup here. Down by 5 late in the second period. L'Esperance sends it up to the board. Sophia Lee clears it out. And here comes Kelly Brodsky through center. Hauled down from behind. That's going to be a penalty against Ryder as it's touched up with 19.6 to go.
We'll get that penalty call here, so it'll be a minute 30 on the penalty, probably a minute of carryover time unless the Gulls are able to score early.
Tripping call against Ryder. We did see the Gulls score a power play goal earlier in this period.
Rockets penalty to number 12, Samantha Ryder. Minor penalty for tripping. Time of the penalty, 11:40 of the second period. That's the Rockets 12, Ryder. Minor penalty for tripping at 11:40 of the second.
Faceoff is won by the Gulls. Trying to get things going in the final dozen seconds of this period. In the corner. Good job to get it out by Kilkerry. She's got 5 seconds and she's got a breakaway. Kilkerry moves in. Kilkerry the shot. Denied, and the period ends. Emily DeFalco comes up with a save that would have counted on the shorthanded chance by Renee Kilkerry, and a phenomenal period for the Long Island Gulls. They extend their lead from 2-0 to 6-1, and after 2, they lead it by a score of 6-1 here, looking to split these 2 games with the New Jersey Rockets.
Again, joking how we were saying with the aggregate, they need 1 more to tie it. They need 2 more to win it directly. So at that point, it'd be straight tied all the way across, with both teams being the home, one team being the visitor in this case. It'll be very, very interesting to see if they're able to do it for our little system. Like I said, we were joking about it, didn't think we would see it.
Yeah.
But sure enough, that's the way it unfolds. So a minute and 11 carryover time. And the goals have been great. I mean, on the stat sheet, filling up both in penalties and goals and assists. Haley Weidenkeller have been absolutely phenomenal here for the Gulls so far this evening in this game, too.
Yeah, you wonder. I mean, we saw some flashes of it in the first game. She had some breaks up the wing and was stopped by Scherzer. You think just maybe she looked at it and said, I can't let this game go the way the first one did, and just stepped it up another level here in this game. And she and Sophie Schwartz have been almost all of the offense for the Gulls in this contest, as they will try to go 12 more minutes and earn a split of these 2 games.
Yeah, Weidenkeller was involved on 5 of the 6 goals, 3 goals, 2 assists for her. Tack on 2 more minor penalties, so 4 penalty minutes as well. She's filled up the stat sheet quite nicely. So with that, we'll start here the third period. 6-1 is our score. Minute 11 carryover penalty time. The Rockets will still be here on the PK. As a face-off here, the Gulls going from right to left in their pink uniforms. Rockets in the black, very similar to the Los Angeles Kings of the NHL. They'll be going from left to right on your screen. We'd like to thank everybody joining us here on YouTube and LadyIslanders.org. We appreciate you guys hanging with us. 2 more games coming up after this one, so sit tight and continue to watch here as we continue with the Pink to Rink here annual showcase on Columbus Day weekend at Dix Hills Ice Arena. The Gulls will try to continue here on the power play. Scherzer for the Rockets here. Backhands it all the way up. Stopped at the half wall, however. Held there by Hockman, who now comes all the way across the near side boards. Rockets will look to clear along the near side. 35 seconds left to the Ryder penalty. Spinning around here is Schwartz. She'll send it back out to the point where it stopped there for a second before it squirts out of the zone. And now immediately off sides. Brought ahead there by Hare.
Yeah, I don't think Hare realized how many of her teammates were in the zone. She just looked up and went, and Weidenkeller comes back on the ice. Let's see what she can come up with. We saw the Jillian Smith show in Game 1 of this series with a natural hat trick in the third period, and Weidenkeller picks one up for the Gulls in the second period of this game.
So face-off just outside of the zone here. One briefly there by Panikuli, excuse me. And now Panikuli trying to bring it up forward, but it's knocked away back out through the red line. Spun and swamped that down by Hare. She'll give chase along with Weidenkeller. Weidenkeller pulls up on the half wall, though. Nobody on the forecheck. And it's 5 seconds before Ryder's out of the box. And the Rockets will be able to come up here, chip it all the way out, and clear out of the zone. Ryder now comes out of the box. A little bit of an iffy change here as they have 6 players on the ice. Ryder makes her way finally to the bench. Trying to do the change where you go from the penalty box immediately onto the bench. And a little bit ugly change on that, but nonetheless, offsides is called, and we'll have a face-off here. 10:38 to play in the third.
Yeah, that was close because also the play, as you were saying, was right in front of them. So definitely could have been called too many men on the ice. But the officials let it go.
So just outside the Rockets zone. Push forward right off the draw is Schwartz. Now Smith makes a move, has a 2-on-1, enters the zone. Has Chu to her left, decides to take a shot. Saved there by Del Falco as it gets steered inside the corner. Smith, you can maybe make the case, was, Weidenkeller. Oh, quick shot right there again by Smith. Was the Weidenkeller counterpart in that first game here for the Rockets. Was on the stat sheet all over the place with her hat trick as well.
And like Weidenkeller just made plays happen, getting the puck and going.
And the Rockets kind of need her to get up on the score sheet, maybe make an individual play here. As Smith now will let another shot go just through the goal crease, not on net, however.
Penalty.
Bounces around the corner, and we'll have a delayed penalty here. And finally touched up. A penalty here occurring just 2 minutes and 8 seconds into the third period.
Like it was away from the play. Let's see who did it, but it is Kindred Hare. Slashing.
Gulls penalty to number 16, Kindred Hare. Minor penalty for slashing. Penalty occurring at 2:08 of the third period. Again, that's 16 Hare. Minor penalty for slashing at 2:08. So face-off will be deep inside the goal zone. Rockets looking for a chance here to get back up onto the scoreboard as they trail by 5. 6-1 is our score here. Bouncing puck right at the line. Pushed ahead by Ferrari. And now Ferrari's able to send it in deep. Goes back off the end boards. L'Esperance there first. Perry L'Esperance didn't play in the first game, now playing here in the second game for the Gulls. Is able to at least get it up and out of the zone before it's brought in offsides by the Rockets. And we'll have another face-off here with 9:24 to play.
Yeah, and the Rockets had a lot more offensive attack in Game 1 than they have today. Or in the second game, I should say. Just not getting that pressure on DeFalco. And I think they were able to get just more pucks to the net. DeFalco's been good in this game, made a couple saves, especially that breakaway at the end of the second period against Kilcarry. But just not the same volume she faced in the first game.
So face-offs won by the Rockets, now dumped in and offsides again. As way ahead of the play was Mack. And Glassifer was trying to just chip it through. Face-off will have to come outside the zone again.
A lot of stops and starts in the first 33 seconds of this power play for the Rockets.
So Martin will take the draw here. Go heads up against Schwartz. Weidenkeller to her right. Schwartz able to get it over to Weidenkeller. She'll try to split the D. 3 Rockets surround her, though, and force the turnover. As the defender falls down behind the play, that's L'Esperance. She gets some help, though, however, from Willard, her defense partner. Now jumps into the goal here. 9 minutes exactly left. 40 seconds left of the power play. The puck comes out as Jositis now will have to wait. And again, no delayed offsides at this level, so an immediate offsides as Jositis sends it back down low. And again, with the start and stopping here on this power play, the Rockets unable to really set up anything and get some sustained pressure.
Yeah, again, there, Jositis just has to be a little bit more patient to realize that her teammates were ahead of her in the zone, and just got to wait a second for them to tag up here again without the delayed offsides.
So face-off outside the goal zone to the right. One forward there by Schwartz. Now Yang will bank it off the boards and in. L'Esperance will slow it down. Clearing feed out front. Has to wait for Scherzer to touch up. She does, as Becky will come in and drop it down on the right side. Ryder will give chase but not get there first. Weidenkeller gets there, avoids Scherzer, but can't avoid Yang, who's able to poke it away from her at the blue line to keep it alive here in the offensive zone. 5 seconds left of the penalty to Hare before she jumps back out to make it 5-on-5. And here she comes out of the box, so even up with 8:20 to play here in the third. 6-1 still our score as the Gulls lead over the Rockets. Pass in the center here, just stopped and held there for a moment before it's finally cleared by Willard. Kelly and Weidenkeller go down at center ice. And before now it's sent back again to center ice. Weidenkeller will try to play it one more time. She goes in 1-on-4, has a teammate to her left, decides to take it on her own, cuts to the slot, lets a shot go, saved there, and held by Kada. Or Kada, excuse me.
Well, we've seen Weidenkeller try very similar moves. She and Schwartz both like going over to their left and getting the...
On a backhand chance here, saved by Kada. Puck is still loose. Now Kelly's able to take it, sends it off the side of the net by Kada. And Jillian Smith will pick it up here, looking to spark something here for the Rockets as we tick down, getting close to halfway through the third period. 7:30 to be exact. This is Smith taking it coast to coast, lets a shot go, saved. The Falco rebound is there before it's picked up and brought away by Willard. Getting some help by Hare. Up along the near side, playing right in front of her bench. She'll skate it out here. As Hare will start going coast to coast, across the red line, across the blue line, makes a move, but Kilcary's able to take it away. As she
shot back across the goal. They're both left-handed shooters. And that time Kada was wise to it. We saw her score a couple goals with shots that were roofed over the glove. That time didn't get the positioning she was looking for. Kada with the good save.
Now we got the correct number of skate past the blue line. And Landstrom will play as it hops over the blue line. And we'll have another offsides call.
That one tough because it went off of a Rocket player back into the zone, but they said that was not a deliberate action and therefore warrants the offside because the Gulls were in the zone.
So with that, face-off will be just outside the Rockets' end. Schwartz on the draw against Smith. Schwartz able to win it. Now sent back in by Hare as Jositis will grab it. Skates dangerously right in front of her own crease and then loses the puck for a moment before Smith picks it up. She'll go 1-on-3 with Schwartz with the back check, able to knock it away for him second. And then Jillian Smith sends it down low for a clear. Landstrom on the near side in the corner trying to dig it out, able to get it out to Smith in the slot. Bouncing puck is still loose, and now we got a penalty call here at center ice, and it'll be a cross-checking call. We'll see who this one's going to go against.
And there were a couple of people who went down, and it's going to go against Perry L'Esperance. Gulls penalty to number 87, Perry L'Esperance. Minor penalty for cross-checking. Time of the penalty is 5:24. That's Perry L'Esperance. 2 minutes for cross-checking at 5:24.
So much
fourth
effort.
Power play, I think?
Yes, so much effort involved to putting the score change from 2 minutes to 1:30 here in this under 10 division. division. I appreciate your work on the scoreboard so far, Josh, especially considering the people we had to deal with and work with last night, which was pretty difficult.
Trying to keep things running smooth.
You're doing a fantastic job, and I want to make sure I let you know that I appreciate you.
Thank you.
So here on the power play, this is Hare going in right wing. A little over a minute left on it as we're almost halfway through the third period. She's hooked there for a moment, has a stick lifted. Schwartz now will have to come down and hold it at the point for a second, and then continues to go on. Now Schwartz makes one move, tries to go backhand with a power move, then gets chased away by Jositis, and is giving it up to Martin, who attempts to clear. Martin and Mack trying to at least get it out of the zone, and they do.
The Gulls are short-handed, by the way. It doesn't look that way.
As Weidenkeller and Schwartz collide at center ice. Yeah, they are down. It looked like it was a power play set up here for the Gulls, but believe it or not, they actually are short-handed. 33 seconds left for the power play for the Rockets. And Schwartz now will backhand it into the zone. Weidenkeller runs over Jositis, trying to bully her way into the zone. Same thing as Schwartz is doing here along the edge. And now it's cleared all the way out and down the length of the ice. As giving chase here will be Hare on defense. Weaves her way out of one defender. Can't get by the second, loses it for a moment, and then has to backhand it up. Looking for Weidenkeller for a possible breakaway, but not there. Out of the box now comes L'Esperance. She immediately goes to the bench for a change. Jositis will backhand it through. And it gets sent all the way across ice. We tick down under 5 to play here in the third. Still 6-1 is our score. No goals being scored here in the third period. I believe maybe except for just the one goal. The majority of the scoring, majority of the damage was done by Weidenkeller in that second period with the natural hat trick. One on the power play. And she has 3 goals and 2 assists. Not a natural hat trick, my mistake on that. 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points on the evening. She's been involved in 5 of the 6 goals. As now the Rockets' Ryder trying to drag it in. Hasn't knocked away. Martin trying to chip out in the high slot. And you can see the pace of the play has really kind of slowed down here in the last few minutes. Again, these teams are playing the second game. Had about an hour break in between the first one and this one here. Rockets took that one first one 7-1. Gulls leading this one 6-1. If you're a soccer fan at home on aggregate, the Rockets would be winning this series.
8-7. If this was a soccer series, this would be really exciting in the last 4 minutes.
This is Scherzer tries to lift a shot wide. Stopped there by DeFalco. Rebound is still loose back behind the net. She tried to go high, blocker side. DeFalco, I think, got a piece of it. And it dropped right down, and Scherzer was able to cut right through the slot. Now, bad angle shot knocked down by the paddle of DeFalco. Comes out to the point where Yang is able to save it. And now skated up ahead by Panikavuli.
Ran to the official.
Panikavuli having a little bit of trouble. We'll have to just dump it in and let Gianna Becky give chase here for the Rockets. We'll try to play it up along the sideboards. Bouncing puck ahead. Ryder now one-on-one if she can get away. Gets tripped up. Scherzer will be there to follow her, however, but not before the rest of the Gulls get back on defense. Scherzer on her backhand. Trying to cut it through center. Can't now. Forehand center feed. Knocked away, though, as we tick down close to 3 minutes to play here. Kilcarry with some room in the slot. Lets Arista go. Deflected in front. Not made to DeFalco, though. Ryder able to stop it. And a little bit of sustained pressure here now for the Rockets. Backhand feed to center. And it's going to be swept out there. And Sophia Lee seeing some action here late in the game.
Yeah, best offensive pressure sustained by the Rockets in this game so far, last couple minutes.
This is Yang now with some speed, gets to the top of the circle, tries to let a shot go, loses the handle on it last minute. And now we get a call, a penalty, so she might have drawn the penalty on that play. And it'll be a slashing call here. Goals penalty to number 16, Kindred Hare. Minor penalty for slashing in 9:21 of the third. At 16, Hare, minor penalty for slashing in 9:21 of the third. They have 5 skaters out there. That's too many men.
Second time that happened. They had it. It was an inadvertent whistle in the first period, and they did it again here, in the second period where the officials didn't spot it.
And they still haven't spotted it.
If they score here, that's not going to be a happy
I'm hoping they can
for
count.
the Rockets.
I'm hoping they can count here. The refs let it go. A quick shot and a save here. Should hit maybe the horn.
we'll let them know. Pink had 5 again that whole time.
That was
Pink had 5 again the whole time. 5 skaters when you started the game. They're supposed to be shorthanded. Just so you can tell. We'll figure it out. I don't know if they're going to... I mean, nothing happened. It's a 5-goal game, so they should just let the clock go. But they're saying, let's go. And hopefully at least now they'll be aware of it. There's 1 goal, 2, 3. And now they're going to send out 3.
well, this is a bit overkill on it. Well, that's up to them. If they're down 1, it's not a big deal. It's more the issue that they had. It was 5-on-5 for 30 seconds. Nonetheless, we're under 2 minutes here. Again, the game most likely decided at this point. It's not that big, but more the principle of the matter.
Yeah.
And 40 seconds left to the penalty to Hare. The Gulls will skate it out here. This is Smith working on the power play, trying to let a shot go. She does, and she scores on the power play. And Jillian Smith maybe a little too late, unfortunately, on the power play.
Rockets goal scored by number 28, Jillian Smith. Assist to number 25, Lauren Landstrom. Time of the goal, 10:20. Scored on the power play. Once again, that's Smith on the power play from Landstrom at 10:20. Well, that would win probably this on away goals if we're playing soccer rules.
On aggregate right now, It is looking good for the Rockets, yes.
The Gulls would need to score 3 goals in the next minute 28 to win on away goals. So at least they got that going for them.
Smith again here, in all alone with 1 defender to beat, but it's a shot saved. Falco, and she does. She's able to hold it in front. We saw the cheers immediately.
Yep.
That was the cheers for a great save. And DeFalco's made a couple of those tough saves on nice clear looks from a couple of the shooters here for the Rockets in this game.
Yeah, much better game for Emily DeFalco here in the second half of the doubleheader than she had in the opener. Going to earn herself a win for her team in the split of this doubleheader.
Face off here tied up. Bouncing puck comes out through the slot. Rockets trying to corral it and put a shot on net. Can't do it though, as Hare now will skate it out to center. Ferrari checking down on her. Hare able to go out down on her knees. Now over to Kelly, who's able to split the D for a second there before it's picked off by Yang as we tick down under a minute to play in the third.
Last minute of play in the period.
Up along the near side. Rockets trying to clear the zone. They do. Hops over 1 stick. Ferrari trying to split the D. Pulled down there. Trip for a moment. Still on the ice. Still swinging a stick at it. Martin trying to make a play on it. Mack as well. And Martin's able to stick at least to the blue line, but that's it. Now Yang will hammer it off the boards and get it down to the half wall. 30 seconds left here in the third period. Game 2 between these two teams. 6-2 is our score. The Rockets won at first game 7-1. Gulls likely to take this one here 6-2. As we've been joking most of the broadcast here on aggregated soccer rules, we'll give the credit to the Rockets, although the Gulls really changed the style of the game. They played significantly better in this game than they did in that first one. And really showed a little bit of fortitude coming back here after getting blown out in the first game. Coming back and dominating this second game here. As 3-2-1. Weidenkeller's been all over the stat sheet, crosses the red line. And she'll drift in, and then she shoots late against the goaltender anyways.
Yeah, that doesn't make you a lot of friends.
And Weidenkeller, that's something if it happened at a higher level might get checked and pushed on.
The Gulls are happy, though.
And the Gulls are pretty happy as they jump over here. And on top of each other just behind the blue line. And the Rockets will line up here to shake hands. So the Gulls get that victory here. Two teams split the 2-game set. We have 2 more games for you coming up here shortly. First game will be the New Jersey Rockets. The under-14 version of the team you just saw against the Troy Albany Ice Cats. That'll be coming up at 7:55, so in about 15-20 minutes you can see it. We'll cut the ice here, and we'll come back for you momentarily. Again, this is Pink the Rink here, showcase at Dix Hills Ice Arena. That girl's going to get herself beat if she keeps doing that stuff at the higher levels. Someone's going to be perfect.